The moment my high-end rider boots sank into rancid ox dung, I realized my new domain was a total disaster. 20 ramshackle hovels, mud up to your knees, and a stench that could peel paint off a wall. As a banished fourth son, I was handed 700, starving peasants and expected to collect their non-existent taxes. Then a system chime echoed in my mind, announcing I get 1 silver piece daily for every living citizen. 742. Breathing souls meant 742. Silver pieces popping into my vault every single morning. When an old farmer suddenly fainted into a mud puddle, my blood ran cold as I watched my daily income plummet. I immediately pulled my rapier and ordered my guards to save him like he was royalty, because every death meant permanent financial loss. I waived the taxes, withdrew a mountain of silver, and sent my steward to buy a fine white flour and cured ham. When steaming pork stew rolled through the square, the starving villagers fell to their knees weeping and declared me a living saint. My daily yield paid for the entire feast with thousands of silver to spare, giving me a 2,500% return. Just as my daily wealth began compounding, a panic-stricken steward rushed in to announce 3,000 fleeing refugees were storming our borders. Instead of slamming the gates, I saw 3,000 walking silver pieces and rushed out with supply wagons to claim them all. Overnight, my population exploded, turning my muddy ditch into a massive revenue engine generating 40 gold pieces a day. When a notorious bandit chief attacked with 200 cutthroats, my well-fed citizens fought like rabid demons to protect their new life. We crushed the raiders, forced the captives into lifetime penal labor in our stone quarry, and turned every captured enemy into pure profit. Then my penal miners accidentally struck in massive underground coal seam, completely solving our fuel crisis during the worst blizzard of the decade. When a warband of 8-foot mountain ogres breached our defenses, my troops hamstrung the beasts and captured them alive for heavy labor. Now, A2 gray-skinned monsters are mining coal round the clock, turning Oakhaven into an untouchable industrial energy monopoly. Spring arrived at Oakhaven not with gentle songbirds, but with the roar of a melting mountain blizzard, turning our roads into liquid assets. 2,000 acres of winter wheat erupted from the dark soil like an emerald carpet, proving Alara's waste science was pure genius. Our daily population hit 8,000, dropping 80 gold pieces into my vault every single morning at 6 a.m. sharp. My ogres and penal miners were extracting 50 tons of black coal daily, filling our storage halls to absolute bursting points. Then Director Vane's merchant convoy rolled in with 30 heavy wagons, ready to export Oakhaven coal across 3 provinces. The moment neighboring lords smelled our wealth, Marquis Ravenrock sent a heavily armored military probe to demand 50% tax. I laughed in the envoy's face, pulled my rapier, and ordered the steel guard to lock down the border pass. 500 well-fed spearmen and 82 coal mining. Ogres smashed the Marquis's vanguard into absolute pieces in under an hour. We captured 200 armored knights alive, registered their thumbprints, and assigned them to our new iron smelting division. Now Marquis Ravenrock is amassing his entire regional army, completely unaware that every soldier he sends is just another daily silver deposit. Marquis Ravenrock's main army arrived at our borders 5,000 strong, expecting an easy slaughter of helpless border commoners. Instead, they marched straight into a lethal bottleneck pass lined with stone fortifications, iron-tipped spikes, and hidden coal-fired trenches. My A2 Mountain Ogres led the frontline surge, swinging iron-reinforced timber trunks like living siege rams through the enemy cavalry. Behind them, 500 steel guard spearmen moved in perfect formation, driving dark iron tips into every armored gap. Ravenrock's elite knights broke under the brutal onslaught, realizing too late that my commoners fought with the desperate rage of well-fed demons. When the Marquis attempted a chaotic retreat, our reserve flanking cavalry sealed the pass and forced a total surrender. In under 3 hours, 5,000 invading soldiers were disarmed, bound, and marched straight into our registration square. Every single soldier pressed his coal-dusted thumb onto our ledger, officially joining Oakhaven's expanding industrial workforce. Our daily population skyrocketed past 13,000, dropping over 130 gold pieces into my vault every single morning. Now, news of Oakhaven's untouchable coal empire is reaching the High Citadel, and the nobles who betrayed my family are finally starting to sweat. News of Oakhaven's untouchable coal empire finally reached the High Citadel, triggering pure panic among the nobles who betrayed my family. The High Duke dispatched 3 royal inquisitors and 10,000 imperial legions to execute me for treason and seize my domain. Instead of hunkering down behind our walls, I deployed our new ironclad war wagons, powered by coal engines and manned by our 500 steel guard. Our 82 Mountain Ogres charged the Imperial vanguard, carrying heavy iron tower shields, shattering their cavalry lines before they even crossed the river. When the Royal Inquisitors tried to activate high-tier holy magic, Alara's localized chemical smoke fields completely neutralized their spellcasting circles. We completely encircled the 10,000 Imperial troops, cutting off their supply lines until their commander raised the white flag of total surrender. I personally marched into the Imperial camp, presented our leather registration ledgers, and forced every single legionnaire to mark his thumbprint. Our daily registered population instantly surged past 23,000 souls, dropping over 230 gold pieces into my vault every single morning. With an untouchable industrial army, infinite automated capital, and 23,000 fanatically loyal citizens, I turned my eyes toward the High Citadel. The nobles thought they banished a helpless fourth son into the mud. Completely unaware, they created the future emperor of the continent. Word of my 23,000 soul army sent shockwaves straight to the marble towers of the High Citadel. The High Duke called an emergency council, declaring Oakhaven a rogue state that had to be erased from history. Instead of waiting for their final coalition to organize, I put 23,000 citizens on full war footing. Our foundries poured molten iron day and night, pumping out coal engine dreadnought armor for our 82 Mountain Ogres. Alara perfected her industrial siege engines, mounting pressurized chemical cannons onto our heavy coal-powered war wagons. 500 steel guard spearmen, 10,000 converted legionnaires, and an ogre-armored brigade marched out under my banner. We swept through 3 border duchies in less than a week, taking every town without firing a single lethal shot. I offered every starving commoner 3 hot meals, 0 taxes, and immediate registration into Oakhaven's dividend ledger. By the time we reached the gates of the High Citadel, 40,000 new citizens had joined our ranks without fighting. My daily yield hit over 600 gold pieces every single morning at 6 a.m., funding a war machine that couldn't be stopped. The High Duke stood atop the white marble walls of the Citadel, screaming for his royal guards to rain down enchanted arrows. Instead of sacrificing my men against 500-foot stone walls, I ordered Alara to deploy our ultimate industrial creation. 3 massive coal-engine breach drills rolled to the front line, grinding through solid white marble like soft cheese. Our dreadnought ogres slammed through the shattered gates, clearing a path straight to the Grand Throne Room in under 20 minutes. The High Duke fell to his knees in terror as 500 steel guard spearmen surrounded his golden dais. I stepped up to the high throne, pulled out our royal master ledger, and offered him one final choice. He could either join our labor force in the coal mines or press his thumbprint and become citizen number 70,000. With tears streaming down his face, the High Duke pressed his coal-dusted thumb onto the page, officially surrendering the entire empire. My system interface erupted with golden light, announcing a daily dividend of 700 gold pieces every single morning. I sat down on the high throne, looked out over a unified continent, and smiled at the infinite empire built on 1 silver piece per soul.